Good morning to everyone. Today we're going to see about pain pathway. It is an interesting and important topic. Previous class we studied about the ascending pathway. In that we study about lateral spinothalamic tract, which is an example for pain pathway. So what is pain? So pain is defined as an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience associated with actual and potential tissue damage. So any tissue damage or any injury, any pain stimulus that will hurt in your body, automatically our brain will sense or experience the emotional and unpleasant sensory information through the pain pathway. So we will study the detailing how the pain from the stimulus it reaches the brain. That will study in this class in a brief manner, in a explanatory manner. And what is the importance of knowing this pain pathway? Actually the pain is very very important and helpful for human body. The purpose is to inform the brain to that the stimulus is physically damaging the body. So what happen if any pain stimulus is damage your body, you automatically remove the pain stimulus. That is the very very important importance of the pain stimulus. And what is the benefits? The same thing, pain make 1 hour the harmful agent in close contact. It causes individual to react to and also remove the pain stimulus from the body. And pain receptor are non-adaptable. That means as long as the persistence of pain stimulus, the person feel the pain due to the properties of pain receptor is non-adaptable. Thus, it acts as a protective function. Then we will see the component of pain sensation. Actually, there are two component of pain sensation. One is fast pain, another one is slow pain. So whenever the pain stimulus is applied, immediately the fast pain sensation is appeared. That pain is look like bright, sharp, and localized. Then it is followed by slow pain, which is dull, diffused, and unpleasant. So what are the pathway from different region? Means what are the pathway of pain is carried to brain by different means different region. For example, the first one is pathway from skin and deep structure. So if any pain that occurred in the skin and deep structure, a different pathway is there to reach the brain. The pathway from face, example, that will mainly take place the trigeminal nerve. So trigeminal nerve take all the pain sensation from the face to the brain. Whereas pain from skin and deep structure is taken by the lateral spinothalamic tract. Pain from the visceral and pain from the pelvic region, that we'll see in different headings separately. First we'll see about pathway from skin and deep structure. This is very very important. So most of the time you have to write uh, this only in the exam, not the other three part. Further information you have to know about uh, the other regions, how the pain from the other region it reaches the brain. So first we'll see about pain pathway from skin deep structure. So we already studied in the previous class, whenever we study about the ascending tract, um, we must think about receptor, first order neuron, second order neuron, third order neuron, center, and the neurotransmitter which plays a major role in that. So like that, the pain receptor, the receptor for pain is free nerve endings. So this is in skin and deep structures. So all over the body the free nerve endings is present. Whenever the pain stimulus is stimulated any part of your skin and deep structure, this pain receptor is activated. So suppose for example here the pain receptor is present, okay, and the first order neuron is the posterior nerve root ganglion. The first order is done for the pain sensation is the posterior nerve root ganglion. We already studied near the spinal cord the posterior nerve root ganglion is present, which have the cell bodies, the nucleus cell bodies present. The dendrite will be synapses with the receptor. The axon goes to the spinal cord. And here in the first order neuron, here we have two type of fiber will be present. That means we already studied two component of pain. One is fast pain, another one is slow pain, right? So the fast pain is carried by a delta fiber, and slow pain is carried by the C fiber. Fast pain is carried by the a delta fiber, and slow pain is carried by the C fiber. So this is a delta fiber and this is the C fiber. So this red one is a delta fiber and C means green one is the C fiber. So if the pain receptor is here, it will be innervated or it synapses the pain receptor. It carry the impulse or information from the pain receptor to the first order neuron. The neuron is present here. This is the dendrite of the first order neuron. The axon, this is the axon of the first order neuron that reaches the spinal cord. So once it reaches the spinal cord, it synapses with the second order neuron. Actually, for the fast pain, the second order neuron is marginal nucleus. So we already studied in the spinal cord, we have the posterior gray horn, anterior gray horn. In the posterior gray horn, 4 nucleus we studied. In that marginal nucleus is synapsed by A delta fiber, fast fiber. And substantia gelatinous of Rolando is synapsed by the slow fiber, that is C fiber. Okay, what is the receptor for pain pathway? It is the free nerve endings. What is the first order neuron? It is if posterior nerve root ganglion. The dendrite the posterior nerve root ganglion synapses the receptor. Here we have two type of fiber, A delta fiber and C fiber. A delta fiber carries fast pain and C fiber carries slow pain. So once it passes, the information goes to the axon of the first order neuron and synapses or reaches the spinal cord. There the second order neuron is present in the spinal cord. The nucleus present in the posterior nerve root the posterior gray horn act as a second order neuron. The marginal nucleus for fast pain and substantia gelatinous of Rolando for slow pain. This is the second order neuron. Once it synapses, it crosses the midline. Not it will be ascend like this. It will be crosses the midline. This is here. So both the fiber crosses the midline and reaches the lateral column. This is the lateral column. We studied the spinal cord structure. This is the anterior column, this is the lateral column, this is the posterior column. So it reaches the lateral column and then it ascend up. That's why we call this is a lateral spinothalamic tract. Once it is ascend up, see see this we already know the third order neuron present in the thalamus, ventroposterolateral nucleus of thalamus. That is the third order neuron. So see this red one. Red one is the fast fiber, A delta fiber. It directly ascend up, passes through the medulla, midbrain, brainstem, and reaches the thalamus in the nucleus, ventroposterolateral nucleus of the thalamus. That is the third order neuron. For the C fiber, it also reaches the thalamus and also it reaches some other area, the reticular formation, tectum of the midbrain, adequate pelvis. There also it gives synapses and finally it reaches the thalamic nucleus, that is ventroposterolateral nucleus of thalamus. That is the third order neuron. From there, the axon will be arises and reaches the parietal lobe. The area is somatosensory area 312. It is the somatosensory area. So like this, the pain will be arises from the receptor and reaches through the lateral spinal thalamic tract in this way and reaches the brain. So the neurotransmitter here mainly used as A delta fiber means the neurotransmitter for A delta fiber is glutamate and C type for substance P is the C type. So that's all about the lateral spinothalamic tract, and also uh, the pain pathway carries from the skin and deep structure. Now we are going to see about pain pathway from the face, how the pain pathway reaches the brain. So mostly we studied about the trigeminal nerve carries pain sensation from face. Okay, here the sensory fiber, here the sensory fiber of the trigeminal nerve. Actually this is the trigeminal nerve, this is the sensory fiber of the trigeminal nerve, this is the trigeminal ganglion. See, this is the trigeminal ganglion. Here only the trigeminal nucleus or trigeminal cell will be present. Here also it has a dendrite and the axon will be goes to the spinal cord. Okay, so here this is the dendrite. Okay, so sensory fiber of trigeminal nerve, this is the sensory fiber of trigeminal nerve, arises from the trigeminal ganglion near the temporal bone. This is the temporal bone. Here only it will be present here. So in the temporal bone, the trigeminal ganglion is present. From here the sensory fiber of trigeminal nerve arises. What are the sensory trigeminal nerve arises? Three divisions will be arises: ophthalmic division, maxillary division, and mandibular division. So this is the ophthalmic division. So mostly the eye part will be covered. Maxillary division is maximum cover on the maxillary part, and the mandibulary division covers the mandibular part of the face. So whenever the pain stimulus appears in the face, the sensory fiber of the trigeminal nerve carries this sensation and reaches the trigeminal ganglion. Then it sends impulses to the sensory root. Then it give the information to the pons. That means the axon of this neuron enter the pons, it forms the sense. the sensory, the fiber of the sensory root divided into two fiber. One is descending fiber, it will be descend like this, and one is ascending fiber, it will be ascend like this. See the diagram, it showed very clearly. So this is the descending fiber and this is the ascending fiber. So the descending fiber terminate, or it will be end or terminate on the primary sensory nucleus. See here, this is the primary sensory nucleus. So while the fibers comes from the three divisions of means from the face, the from the trigeminal ganglion, it reaches the pons where it will be divided into two. One is the descending part and the ascending part. The descending part, first it synapse or terminate in the sensory nucleus present in the pons. Okay, and also it will be synapse or a terminate in the spinal nucleus. This is the spinal nucleus just below the primary sensory nucleus. The spinal nucleus is present where it will be synapse. Okay, the ascending fiber, here it will be ascend up, right? This ascending fiber synapses in the mesencephalic nucleus. Here it is the mesencephalic nucleus present in the brain stem. It terminate in the mesencephalic nucleus. From there, this fiber, all this fiber reaches the thalamus. So what is the nucleus in the thalamus? Ventro-posterolateral nucleus of thalamus. Finally, it reaches the somatosensory area of the parietal lobe. So in this way, from the face, the pain carried from the face through the trigeminal nerve, the descending tract, ascending tract, and finally it reaches the parietal lobe. Okay. I will see the pain pathway from viscera. Viscera means the important organs, okay, internal organs. How it will be arises? It will be simply pain sensation from thoracic and abdominal viscera is transmitted by sympathetic nerve. Okay, so thoracic and abdominal viscera is mainly transmitted by sympathetic nerve, whereas the esophagus, trachea, and pharynx is carried by both vagus and glossopharyngeal nerve. In the same way, pathway from pelvic region. Actually, the pelvic region, from the pelvic region, it means the pain is conveyed by sacral parasympathetic nerve. It is conveyed by sacral parasympathetic nerve. So we have to know about referred pain also. What is referred pain? Actually, referred pain is the pain. So that's all about the pain pathway. We'll start till now what we studied. What is pain? What are the component of pain? And then we study about the pain is received the brain from different region. First we study about pain from skin and deep structure through lateral spinal thalamic tract, that we studied about receptor, first order neuron, second order neuron, third order neuron, center, and what is the neurotransmitter involved in that. Then we'll study about the pain from the face to the brain through the trigeminal nerve, that we'll study about trigeminal ganglion, the descending tract and ascending tract, termination, thalamus, and finally reaches the parietal lobe. Third, we studied about the pelvic region by the vagus, glossopharyngeal nerve, and sympathetic nerve, and also from the third we study about the visceral organ. Visceral we have mostly what now? Sympathetic, vagus, and glossopharyngeal nerve takes the pain sensation from the visceral, whereas in pelvic region it arises. It means the pain sensation carries by sacral parasympathetic nerve. So that's all about pain pathway. Now we have to know about, while you study about pain pathway, we want to know about referred pain also. It is an important 2 mark or 5 marks. They will ask this question surely. So what is referred pain? Referred pain is the pain that is perceived at a site adjacent or away from the site of origin. Actually, the pain stimulus in one region, but the pain occurred in different region. That is called referred pain. Okay, so deep and visceral pain will act as a referred pain, whereas superficial is not a referred pain. So we already studied, deep structure and the visceral organs are applicable for referred pain, whereas superficial is not applicable for referred pain. For example, if have any problem in the means if have any problem in the heart, the pain occur in the left arm or left shoulder. Okay, that's why you will think about in heart attack patient, mostly the left pain means the pain will be occurred mostly in the left arm and left shoulder. This is due to the, this is we called as referred pain. This is because of dermatome rule. We'll study what is dermatome rule below. The few other example we see, few other example. If you have any problem in the or pain in the ovary, means if you have any problem in the ovary, the pain will be seen in the umbilical part. If you have any problem in the testis, the pain is seen in the abdominal part. If you have pain in the diaphragm, the pain will be seen in the right shoulder. So actually the problem in one organ, but the pain will be reflected on the other region, that we call it as referred pain. Gallbladder, it will be showed the pain in the epigastric region. If you have any problem in the renal, the pain will be showed in the loin region. The reason became for the referred pain is dermatom rule. So what is dermatom rule? According to dermatom rule, pain is referred to a structure which is developed from the same dermatome from which the pain producing structure is developed. That means a dermatome include all the structure or part of the body which are innervated by afferent nerve fiber of one dorsal root. That means from one dorsal root, the afferent nerve fiber, see here, this is one dorsal root, this is say one dorsal root. It will be innervate both the structures, both the colon, the large intestine, and here. So if you have any problem in this part, automatically the pain will be occurred in this part, umbilical region. If you have any problem in the appendix, the problem will be take place in the. So this is dermatom rule. Dermatome include all the structure or part of the body which is which is innervated by afferent nerve fiber of one dorsal root. This is one dorsal root, afferent nerve fiber. So one afferent fiber innervate two structures. So if you have any problem in the viscera, automatically it will be applicable and it will be reflected in the other region. For example, the heart and the inner aspect of the left arm originate from the same dermatome. Here we in the diagram we saw about the appendix and the umbilicals. What I have told is heart and the left arm. So it will be innervated by the same dermatome. So if you have any problem in the heart, the referred pain will occur in the left arm. Okay, that's all about the referred pain. Okay, that's all about referred pain. So now you see about analgesic pathway. Analgesic pathway or analgesic system means pain control system. Okay, our body has its own analgesic system in brain which provide a short relief from pain. That's we called as endogenous analgesic system. So this endogenous analgesic system has its own pathway in our body which it blocks the synaptic transmission of pain sensation in spinal cord, and thus it short relief of pain from the body. Now what is the pain, how it is arises? So actually we studied already this red color and green color. We studied already this lateral spinal thalamic tract which carry the pain sensation from the periphery to the brain. The blue color line is there. A blue color line, this descending, it descends from the brain to the spinal cord, right? Actually this in this diagram, the blue color, it starts from the midbrain. Actually it will be developed, or it starts from the uh, it starts from the frontal lobe. Actually this you have to draw the line, blue color line. It starts from the frontal lobe. Okay, it starts from the frontal lobe and hypothalamus. Okay, then it descends and terminate in the third ventricle and pre-adequate gray matter, that is in the midbrain. Okay, so what are the first point you want to write? This fiber starts in the frontal lobe and also hypothalamus, and it passes through the third ventricle and terminate in the pre-adequate gray matter. So the pre-adequate gray matter is present in the diagram. Okay, so the where it synapse, then this fiber, this analgesic fiber descend down and synapses in the medulla. The two important nucleus, in the two important nucleus, one is nucleus reticularis, another one is nucleus raphe magnus. Okay, so the synapse take place in the medulla. After this, from here the fiber descends down, this analgesic fiber descends down and reaches the spinal cord. In the spinal cord, it will be go and inhibit the pathway in the marginal and substance nucleus of spinal cord. Okay, where only the first order and second order neuron synapses in the pain pathway. So this fiber directly go and inhibit the action of first order and second order neuron of pain pathway. Okay, thus the pain relief will be take place. This is the analgesic pathway. So what is the main concept of this? Our body has own descending analgesic pathway from the hypothalamus, from the frontal cortex hypothalamus. It reaches the midbrain in pre-adequate gray matter. Then it reaches medulla, nucleus reticularis and nucleus raffiamagnus. From here it reaches the posterior gray horn of the spinal cord and inhibit the action of pain transmitting from the first order to second order neuron. Thus the pain relief will be take place. This is about analgesic pathway. Now we'll see about gate control mechanism. This is the another pathway. It is proposed by physiologist Ronald Melsack and Patrick anatomist Patrick Wall in 1965. Okay, this is another mechanism where the gate control mechanism, the pain will be stopped. Okay, so what is the main concept of this? Okay, we already know that here the red color carries the pain sensation. It crosses the midline and reaches the brain, that we already studied in lateral spinothalamic tract. So what is the concept here is, along with this pain sensation, the touch receptor is also activated, and the touch sensation is also uh, reaches the brain along with the pain sensation. Collaterally along with the pain sensation, this touch sensation is also reaches the brain. Once it reaches the brain, it send inhibitory impulse through the descending fiber, and it will inhibit in the posterior gray horn. Okay, so you already know that in the posterior gray horn only the first order and second order neuron of the pain pathway synapse. That means the first order neuron synapse is the marginal or substantia gelatis of Rolando. Okay, what this descending road, the touch fiber reaches the brain? No, that will give inhibitory impulse through the descending fiber that reaches the posterior gray horn and inhibit the action of pain. Okay, thus it causes that means inhibit the action of gate means that will close the gate of pain. Then the pain relief will be take place. Okay, thus the pain relief will be take place. So what is the this is the important concept of this one. Along with pain, touch receptor, touch also activated, touch sensation gives inhibitory signals through the descending fiber that will inhibit the transmission of pain from first order to the second order neuron. Okay, where this is applicable? It is applicable in the mainly through rubbing or massage technique, or application of ice pack, acupuncture, and electrical analgesia. So all these techniques, this gate control mechanism only take place, and that will relieve the pain in our body. Okay, so that's all about pain pathway. So briefly, we are explanatory manner we saw about the pain pathway. The important, what are the things have to mostly concentrate in pain is lateral spinothalamic tract, then trigeminal nerve, then referred pain, analgesic pathway, and gate control system. Thank you.